but they don't accept the hospital's bottom line as an operating cost. They go in and they say, let's see, you're operating 4 operating rooms, but you're not doing much surgery anymore. So we're not going to pay you for 3 of them. And right on down the line like that. It's the most ridiculous reimbursement system in the country. Now, you may not realize it, but your hospital is reimbursed on the basis of its operating cost. So any reduction by the state in calculation of the operating cost is an automatic loss. And if you didn't notice it, over the last 15 or 20 years, the state of New York has lost quite a few hospitals, including the one in Westfield, New York. Oh yeah, it's still standing, but they are not allowed to take inpatients any longer. I think you better start talking to your representative in the state government. Then you'll find out, of course, that he's got little to say about it. There are about 3 people in this state that run it, but that's another matter which I'll leave to Reed, which he seems to like to pile on every once in a while. But learn something about your hospitals, ladies and gentlemen. They're losing money not because they're taking it in high salaries, but because the state of New York is sticking it to them. Thank you, Reed.
Thank you, Mort. Well, Mort ought to know he ran a hospital for almost half a century, different hospitals. Yeah, I'll tell you, it is very true. You notice the hospitals down in the downstate area are all going bankrupt now. They're just not getting the funding they need, and the state is basically cheating. And so is the federal government, not giving them the money that they need to maintain our hospitals. So much for health care, no hospitals. It's a mess. I want to take a break. We're going to have a moment of quiet, silent meditation. Let's think about possibly the fact that we may have a decent health care system in this country. It's coming, folks, just over the horizon. This is for you. I think it's for you. There we go. I can cut it. Nothing's perfect in TV land. We have 2 guests here. They don't think they're ever going to get on, and they're almost right. We have with us Dave Travis and Dan Smith, who are representatives of the Westfield Mayville Rotary Club, and they're here to talk a little bit about Rotary and what it's all about. People see that little Rotary sign as they go into every village in the country just about. And yeah, let me show this. Could you zip in on this a little bit for us? We got Randy doing the work here. What a job. See that Rotary thing? Well, that's the symbol. And this mentions their huge auction and dinner and everything that's coming up on the 16th.
Got a little shine here, I guess.
Maybe it's on the 15th.
It's on the 15th.
Yeah.
Saturday, May 15th.
May 15th. There you go, guys. Don't miss it. It's down in Westfield at the Fireman's Exempt. You know, it's over the 2 railroads. Hang a right. You can't miss it.
Can't miss it.
And the Rotary is over a century old, it's noted. It's a group of people that get together, like-minded people who wish to improve their community, who wish to join together for a companionship also, a support system, and they have a great organization because they are international. If you go to Japan, you can probably attend a Rotary meeting.
Absolutely.
And they have to attend, incidentally, every Tuesday, right? This is mandatory. If you don't, some terrible thing happens. First of all, it costs you $1, right?
Well, at least.
It used to be $1. What do you raise the fine a little bit?
Well, we try not to be punitive anymore. We just say, please try to make it up.
Please
and,
try to make
that
it.
type of things.
Okay, this is Dan, incidentally, and Dave. We have a nice Rotary in this area, the Mayville, Westfield, which exemplifies the Rotaries all over the world. And maybe you could tell us a little bit about it. First of all, how did Rotary get started? Where a bunch of people decided to get together and form a group with a Rotary thing on it, or what?
Well, the Rotary comes from, I think you saw the rotary wheel on this, and if you notice that it's gears, and basically it's rotation and that sort of thing, and the founder, Paul Harris, and a few of his colleagues who were attorneys would get together at noontime, and then every week they would change the place where they were doing it. So they called it rotation to another place, and they would have lunch at a different spot every week. So that's how the Rotary piece came about.
It's that simple, huh?
Very simple.
There's no secret symbol there or anything?
Well, not that I'm aware of yet. I've only been in Rotary about 12 years, and if there's some secrets involved there, I'm not sure of them.
Well, how about you, Dave? How long have you been in?
I've been in 13 years.
13 years. So you've been around for a while. Do people go in when they're real young, or do they reach an older age, or what?
It varies.
You guys are over 30, I know.
Generally 30s, 40s. Majority of our members now are in their 50s, 60s.
What are the qualifications to become a member?
That's it's a very good question. It's
There are none.
There are a few qualifications
Okay, what
that
are
you have
they?
to
What are
have. You have to be a leader in your community, generally a business professional, but we've actually, you can, just about anybody can really join. We have members that are grape farmers, we have business executives, business managers.
Roofers?
It's, our requirements are broad enough that most anybody can join.
You can squeeze them in one way or another.
Absolutely.
Now, how about membership? You know, most clubs, even churches, are floundering because they're losing membership right and left. How are you guys doing?
We had a decline, now we're back on the rise again. We have about 40 members in the
40
Westfield
members in
Mayville
the
Rotary
two
Club.
communities. That's a pretty good, healthy organization.
And that's another point I would like to make is you spoke about 2 communities. We actually cover 5 communities
Do you?
now.
What are the other ones?
Sherman, Ripley, of course Westfield, Mayville, Bracton, and Chautauqua we also cover too.
Okay, so that's 6.
And what? Yes.
Yeah, so you're pretty big. You have a pretty big geographical area that you're covering. And how about other Rotary groups? Do they? Well, not like if you're in Buffalo. You certainly have one in Buffalo.
Oh yeah.
You probably have 10 in Buffalo. How many do you have? I mean, the big city. Do they just have one, or?
Well, actually, Jamestown has 2. Faulkner has 1. Lakewood has 1. Dunkirk has 1. Fredonia, and of course ours. Those are the Chautauqua County Rotary clubs.
Interestingly, Reed, worldwide, Rotary has over 32,000 clubs and something like 320 nations and geographic areas.
That is
so
pretty good.
It's a huge club. We have members who travel quite a bit, and one of the interesting things that they do is that they do attend Rotary Club meetings all around the world, and it becomes, you know, very much of an international flavor. But one of the consistent things is that there is the commonality of Rotary, and wherever you go in the world, you can find a friend in Rotary. And that's very, very important. You know, maybe you have a job change or something like that, and then you move into a new city, and if you're a Rotarian, you're immediately welcomed into that community, and you have a network of colleagues and business professionals that you can touch base with
In other words,
right away.
You have a bunch of friends, a support system that are all big heat, really. They run corporations, run companies. They know the score. They're professionals. They could possibly help you out in terms of employment, if nothing else. I mean, that's a fact of life, right?
Absolutely. And as they're doing that, I mean, it's most of the time people are moving because they have a job change or they have something that's already there. But you know, when you change your setting like that, one of the scary things is that you don't know anybody. Now your network is gone. But now you've moved into a new city. Let's say you moved to Cincinnati. You don't know anybody there, but you're a Rotary member. Now you can go to a Rotary Club meeting or Rotary clubs try out different ones and that sort of thing, and suddenly you have a whole network of new friends connected by Rotary.
And you know when the meeting is